Hey everyone, it's Brian K here, and I'm going to talk to you about all the things that I've been up to lately. Over the last year, many of you haven't heard from me. I haven't put up a YouTube video of me performing any music other than a few instruments I've been selling for, I think, at least a year now. So I'm just going to catch you all up on what I have been doing and then talk a bit about what you can expect from me in the future. So, about a year ago, my wife and I moved to the Cuyahoga Valley in Ohio. It's a very beautiful place, surrounded by farms, a lot of hiking trails and biking trails, and waterfalls, and great rock formations. There's a great river that runs through the land. It's quite different from Baltimore City, where we were living before. Here, I'll show you. This is a view from my back porch where we are living. And since moving here, I married Tammy, and we got married last October, and then went to Hawaii. I had some gigs in Hawaii with the Peabody Consort, and those went really well. And then my wife and I stayed on for about 5 days after that. In November, while in Ohio it was snowing, we were in Hawaii, so that was really great. And then I recorded an album with Apollo's Fire called Christmas on Sugarloaf Mountain. That one's coming out next month, and then we are going to be recapitulating those performances in December. Let's see. I've started to paint and started to build instruments, and I have some paintings on my website now that you can view, and I'm playing a lot of the instruments that I've built lately. I recorded a new album called Meditations. This is a solo album of original music, all acoustic guitar and very mellow folk songs. And I directed Apollo's Fire again. We did a program called Tarantella. It's a program of Mediterranean music. We had Amanda Powell and Daphne Moore. Jeanette Sorrell joined us on this one. Renee Schiffer also joined us. Emi Tanabe on violin. Rex Benincasa on percussion. Dave Morgan on bass. Tina Bergman on dulcimer. And I played oud and sang. And then I just got back from Europe, so I went to the UK with Apollo's Fire. We did Sugarloaf Mountain there, and I went to the UK. We toured England and Ireland. That was amazing and really well received. The actor Daniel Day-Lewis came to one of our shows. The Queen was invited to one of our shows. She didn't come, but she sent an ambassador of some sort. And so I've been doing those things, and I've been planning on starting to record yet another album. I have another album written, and I'll be going to Virginia to play with Early Music Access Project, EMAP, coming up in October. Then in November, Apollo's Fire is doing O Jerusalem. I'll be playing in that. I'm going to be recording with Trio Sephardi, with Tina Chansey, and I'll be playing percussion on that album. That's coming up in the end of October. I'm not sure when the album will be released, but I will let you know. And I'm thinking about starting to do a podcast. I know a lot of professional musicians, a lot of very interesting people, and when I'm traveling with them, we get into really good conversations. And I've always felt that classical musicians and early musicians tend to not be very well represented in terms of who they truly are in an interview. A lot of times they just seem very stiff in an interview. It has to do with the kinds of questions an interviewer asks. It has to do with the whole academic side of things. And what I've come to realize is that so many of these people are just beautiful, wonderful people, and very interesting, and they all lead interesting lives, have really unique perspectives on so many things: spirituality, music, you name it. And I felt like I could create an environment in which these people could sort of express themselves in a natural way, and that the kinds of conversations that I've had with them in private would be a wonderful insight into the world of being a musician. So I've been thinking about doing that, and I'm planning on hopefully starting those up before the new year. So keep an eye out for that. I will be also starting to make new videos. I'm planning on making a video of some of my new original music, some more early music videos, particularly me playing the lute. One thing I forgot to mention is that I was recently hired to be the professor of historical plucked instruments at Cleveland Institute of Music in Case Western. So I feel like I need to get some videos up of me playing the lute and hopefully try to advertise that program and get some students and bring new people into that program, bring some interest. And so I'm planning on making some new videos of me playing music. I'd also like to make some videos about me discussing certain concepts on my original music albums and what exactly it is that I do as a musician, because I've found that it's really, really hard to describe to people on the spot what kind of music I play, because I play so many different instruments. I play over 20 instruments, and I play sort of more contemporary original music, and that spans across many genres. And then I play early music on a bunch of different instruments, and that spans not only all over the world, but throughout the Baroque period, the Renaissance period, the medieval period, and even back into the Dark Ages. And so basically by the time that I explain all of that to people, I've seen that their eyes have glazed over and they haven't been paying attention for the last 2 or 3 minutes. So I'm going to start to make some videos about that. Hopefully these videos will better communicate these things in a more accessible and entertaining way than I could just having a person one-on-one in a conversation. And I've been meditating also since about 2013, and meditation has become a huge part of my life. I meditate daily, and I'd like to make at least one video, but probably a few videos with some guided meditations of the kind of meditations that I do. And I'm going to specifically aim these at musicians, because I know a lot of musicians, for one, they hold a lot of tension in their bodies when they play, particularly when they're on stage. And a lot of musicians also get really nervous or anxious before a concert, and I do as well. And so meditation has been extremely useful for that, for putting things into perspective, and for making at least the kinds of things that happen to me when I'm nervous, like the fast heart rate, the dry mouth, the shaky hands, it's lessened the effect of those things quite a bit without any additional drugs or anything like that. So I'd like to make a meditation video as well, and possibly a video about my paintings. And again, I have a page on my website dedicated to my paintings, and you can see those right now. But I also want to make a video about them and just sort of talk about the deeper meaning to these paintings and sort of what my approach is as an artist, and talk a little bit about my aesthetic. So anyway, thank you for watching, and you'll be hearing from me soon. I missed you all.